Yo, how's it going? My name is Deontay, and I'm going to be showing you your basically how to source Instagram influencers for your niche. Okay, so right now you already have two really hot trending products that you can make money with, especially those Apple style earbuds, the wireless ones. So the good thing about that is they're exclusive to Apple when Apple made them, but I think some of those are compatible with Android even. So um, from here, basically, I'm going to show you how to source Instagram influencers and how to find influencers in your niche. The process I use to find influencers that make me a lot of money. There's no guarantee on influencers. You can find an influencer that you think is good, and they only make you maybe like 300-400 bucks, which is fine. That's still probably more than you paid for the influencers, so you're getting a return on investment. But a lot of people have the impression that they're going to find 5 influencers, and one of those influencers is going to do them $80,000 in one day, and that's just not how it works. It's very possible. Don't get me wrong, if you learn how to do your ads right and everything, but it's just not probably it's not going to happen your first day. So I'm going to show you how I do it. A lot of people, they go straight to Instagram, but I use Webstagram. Boom. I just search up Webstagram, and it's basically Instagram, but like for mobile friendly, or no, sorry, it's desktop friendly. I'm sorry. So essentially, right here is this is exactly what it's going to look like, and you're going to be able to search up keywords having to do with your niche. So since I would say those Apple earbuds, those Apple styled earbuds, and those wireless chargers that you have in your store are going to be the top two converting products. So you're gonna basically be marketing primarily those products. The other products are just there, kind of like if they want to buy them and they see them and they buy them with your product that you're promoting, great. But if not, that's cool too. A lot of people have the impression that you need a lot of products in your store in order to have a high converting store, when realistically you're only going to have 2 to 4 hot ones that you're going to be promoting on Instagram. Okay, so I'm going to use this just as a general example. I'm not going to do specifically anyone's niche, but say I'm selling things having to do with women. I'm going to type in girly, just for example, and I'm going to hit search. So it's going to load up every major page having to do with the hashtag or the word girly. And as you can see, some of these are themed pages, So you gotta scroll down, you just kind of look. Girly style fashion. Let's just say I was selling women's fashion things. I'm gonna look here, and you're looking for at least 100K followers. 100K, I would say, depending on budget. If you have a large budget, 100K to a million. If you have a smaller budget, I would say 100K to 600K. You could probably get away with 650K, but the more followers they have and the better engagement they have, the more they're able to charge. Now, some influencers don't know their page is worth. I mean, they might have like a 10% engagement rate or 5% engagement rate and don't even know their worth. They might only be charging 13, 14, 15, or 20 or 30 bucks. So, boom, we're just gonna look at some of these pages. They got 111,000 followers, and this is a guidelines of what you're gonna be looking for. You need to write this down. You need to write Webstagram down as a source to find influencers. Webstagram.com, and it's basically Instagram but mobile or desktop friendly. You need to write down the fact that you're gonna be looking for at least 100K to 600K influencers if you have a lower budget, or 100K to a million if you have a higher budget, because the people who have a million followers and a lot of engagement are gonna be charging more. So essentially, you're looking for at least a 3% engagement rate or better. Has to be that. I don't care if you think you found the mother lord of all influencers. It has to be 3% or better. 3% or better. The comments have to be consistent. They have to be consistent at least 100. That's my safe bet. It's 100 comments per post, averaging. Now you have to kind of pay attention to the times that they've posted it, because if they have 50 comments on one but they have 4,000 or 5,000 likes, maybe they just posted 3 or 4 hours ago or 6 hours ago. You know what I mean? It's not that long ago. So I usually go to Webstagram on my computer, and I'll type in a keyword having to do with my niche. Girly, woman, doesn't matter. Let's see, men's fashion, or just type in fashion in general to see what comes up. If you're selling electronics, honestly, a lot of meme pages, you can sell those electronics on because they're popular. They're trending right now all over everywhere. It's not just like Instagram or not. a lot of meme pages you can capitalize on. So a lot of people don't know this has 838,000. So if you have a higher budget, it's private account, so I can't even see the posts. If they're a private account, don't touch them. iFunny memes. 30,000, not enough followers. You gotta have at least 100K followers or better. I mean, you can capitalize off meme pages. You can type in keywords, and let's just say, let's just go electronics. I'm gonna type in the word electronics and see what comes up. It's all about experimenting. A lot of people don't know that you have to experiment. And the good thing about those types of earbuds and those wireless chargers, they apply to everyone. It's not just women or just men. It's literally everyone. So let's see. Meme. Let's see here. Earbuds. I mean, you could just search up keywords and kind of scroll down and see what's what, you know what I mean, in terms of like the users that come up. Viral videos are huge. Viral pages, I mean, like viral gadgets, or I'll just type in the word viral and see what comes up. Because the thing is, if you find a video having to do with let's see what this one is. If you have a video having to do with like your product, which you can find easily on Facebook, and I'll show you that as well. Okay, I mean, it's in Spanish, so I wouldn't go to the page in Spanish just because you don't know if they mostly speak English or not. So let's try viral tech. That sounds like it's a 18,000 followers, not enough. That's unfortunate. I usually just try to find one page on here, and once you found one, you found them all. 81,000, almost there. That's in Spanish as well. Video viral. Let's check this out. 17,000, not enough. You can also, if you the viral spot, let's check that out. How many followers do they have? 200. See, look, this is a good one. 200, or you're not sure if it's a good one. It has a good amount of followers. 249,000 followers. Following 320, it's got 5,000 something posts. Okay, so chances are viral pages are going to be your target audience, because most people who follow viral pages are people between like 18 and like 24. And that's kind of like the generation that came up with like the iPhone X and the Apple, those Apple earbuds and stuff like that, and just the updated technology. So I'm gonna look up this page on Instagram. So after you found a page that you potentially want to work with, you have to qualify them. You have to look at their actual following. Viral_tech. Actually, from there, I'll go on my phone while I'm on my desktop and go and do this all day. Viral_tech. I think that was it. No, it wasn't. Oh, viral spot. That's why I was thinking of another one. So from Webstagram, you're gonna find type in a keyword having to do with the page that you're looking for would have your target audience. So I would thinking about it, if viral videos pertain to people who are 18, like the younger generation. In other words, I'm not too old myself. I'm only 26, but the younger generation, and you can get a lot of views on your product that way, and get a lot of so look for things like this: comedian, DM for promos, add us on Snapchat, etc. So what you're looking for here is, once you get to the page, is one, the followers. You've already seen that they have 249K and quite a few posts. The second thing you're gonna look for is whether they post mostly videos or mostly pictures. Okay, and as you can see, it's mostly videos right here, which is fine. They just posted this 12 minutes ago. They have 1,000 views and 7 comments or 4 comments. So that I wouldn't count that as something that I would consider like, oh, they don't have that much engagement because it was just 4 minutes ago. So in the bottom right hand corner or bottom left hand corner, it shows you how many minutes ago they posted, or days or hours, whatever it may be. Boom. 1 hour ago, 8,000 views. They post actually pretty consistently. 12,000 views, 16 comments. So you're looking for older content, stuff that's like a day old. This is 3 hours ago. And once you kind of see if the comments, one has 34,065 comments. So you're looking for a little bit older content. 5 hours ago. I mean, they post a lot. 6 hours ago. Whoops. Viral spot. The thing that sucks about pages that post a lot, it's hard to tell their engagement, and usually I don't even fool with them if they post too much, because most of the time they won't agree to a few things. 17,000, 11 comments. This is all 6 hours ago. But as you can see, like, you look and none of these have 100 comments, because if this was truly a viral page in my eyes, they would have lots of video views really fast, which 8,000 something is a lot. 12,000, 16 comments, and a lot of comments really fast. People love viral pages. And you can also look at other ads that have been placed, like this one. Very minimal. 3 hours ago, very minimal amount of engagement on this. So you kind of tell. I'm looking at trying to go really deep. I usually go 6 posts deep, but super deep. Let's see here. If you're gonna do a viral page, you want a page that's going viral all the time. That's 18 hours ago. This is 19 hours ago. So this is something you would be looking at, something pretty old, like a day ago. 62,000 views so far on that, and 309 comments. Let's look at the actual comments. So the thing you're looking for in the comments, which this is huge, is people actually tagging their friends. Right here, as you can see, this is mostly people tagging their friends. You're not gonna ever get 100% people. You're not getting 100% people tag, that are real. As long as you get a vast majority, I'm thinking like 90%, 80 to 90% of people tagging their friends, then you know it's a good page. So finally, that I've gotten down to the portion where you are, where you can kind of see like the actual engagement for some of the older content. This is mostly people tagging their friends, and as you can see, if you check out some of these people's profiles, they are actually the younger generation. So these are those people that would buy those types of products that you have. People laughing at it because the video is a guy barking at his own dog. And then we're gonna look at some other older posts. 459 comments 20 hours ago. Let's see what the actual picture said. So you want to pay attention to what the caption of it is and see if people are actually talking about it in the comments. So a couple of thousand likes, a bunch of comments. Boom. I don't really want to look at that one. 68,150. This Vine will never get old. Most likely a funny Vine. All these people are tagging their friends. So since they post a lot, you kind of have to go a little bit deeper. But normally, pages only post every few days, or might post a few times a day, and it's just easier to kind of find older content. I would say consider older content like a day or two old. These are almost all people tagging their friends. So now what you're checking for basically is at least 100 comments per post on their older stuff, and it has to be consistent. 21 hours ago, 71 comments, 39 comments, 239 comments. This would be an example of a real page that you can get money from. But you're not done yet. So that now, if you verified, after we've went a little deep, you verified that they actually have real people on their page, because there's influencers out there who literally pay for fake comments and fake engagement, and then scam people out of their money, because they'll like, hey, come do a shot with me, and they'll make it look like they have a lot of followers when they're really fake, and you get no results. So now that you've seen, now that we've gotten a little deeper, that they have pretty good amount of engagement, and that's probably best to do a video ad on this. You can go to the next step, which is verifying that their engagement rate is at least 3%. So write this down. Flanks.com with a PHLANX.com is what I use to check engagement rates. Has to be at least 3% or better. If an influencer doesn't pass all of these tests, all of these checks, then there's no debating on whether you're going to work with them or not. Don't work with them. 3% or better, real comments, at least, and then the third step I'll show you. So let me double check, see what that page was. Viral spot. So viral _ spot. And if it applies the same thing. If you're selling something having to do with women's fashion, you're gonna look for women's fashion pages, and then you're gonna have the same requirements. If you're selling something having to do with men's fashion, it's gonna be men's. You're gonna look for things having to do with men's fashion. Boom, terrible engagement. So that automatically disqualifies them from being an influencer. And at that point, there's no need to move on to the third step. You're gonna find another one, and I want to find a good one so that I can show you an example. Actually, I'll show you that example right now. Let's see here. Socialblade.com. So the third step, I'm just gonna use this for example purposes. The third step is using socialblade.com. Okay, Socialblade basically checks the authenticity of the account. So so far you physically checked yourself, the comments. You physically check the comments for at least 100 comments per post, and you physically checked the comments for real people. And second step was going to Flanks. Where's your engagement rate at? Is it at 3%? If it's or better. If it's not, then skip over them. If it say it was, for example purposes, the third step would be to check to see this. And this is just for example purposes. Right here, we're going to zoom in. So as you can see, this is their daily followers growth, okay? So their daily followers growth is, Sunday through Tuesday, I think it says right here, and it has to be consistent. So as you can see, it's between 200 and 400 averaging most days, every day. So this is pretty consistent. This is the first thing you're going to check on Social Blade, okay? So 200, 350, 350, 407, 206. It's pretty consistent. They had a couple 700 days, which is perfectly normal. But this is what you don't want to look for, okay? What you want to look out for, I guess you can say. All of this has to be in the green right here. The daily and monthly followers growth has to be in the green, okay? They can't have any negative days. That's just my safety net personally, and I would very highly encourage you to use that yourself. That has to all be in the green. It has to be consistent, okay? They can't go from 200 right here on Sunday to Monday being 10,000, and then Tuesday being 500, and then Wednesday being 2,000. You know what I mean? And then Thursday being 20,000. That's extremely inconsistent. This is extremely consistent, as you can see. Once you've kind of looked at that, and it should only take you a couple seconds to really look at it, and kind of determine whether it's consistent or not. You just scroll down here, and make sure I don't mess up this graph. And you're going to look at this graph. You want steady growth over time. This is the graph of their followers and how consistent they're gaining followers. So they show it at 0 almost normally. Sometimes they only catch accounts when it's like 10 or 20K, but normally at 0. And this was the start of the account. And then as you can see, it goes up from there pretty steeply. So they gain a lot of followers right there. And then it's still uptrending. So this is I would say this is steady growth over time. One thing you want to look for, and I wish I could annotate here, one thing I look for is that you don't want to work with an influencer that checks out here but doesn't check out here. It has to pass all checks, like I said. So things you want to look for in influencers that most likely bought followers, and this will show if they bought followers. So if they go from 2 or 3K to 30K in one day, or 50 or 80K in one day, it'll show a massive spike in the graph, obviously, because they've gained a lot of followers really fast. It's kind of like a stair-step effect. So if you see massive spikes in the graph and then steady growth for a little bit and then it's massive spikes in the graph, kind of like a stair-step effect, like I said, then you don't want that influencer. Chances are they bought followers. And even if they didn't, you don't want a chance wasting your money on people who bought followers. That means their followers are fake, and then when you do a shout out on their page, no one's going to actually come to your store. Or very few people are going to come to your store and buy things or even look at your product because they're all fake. So let's just say, for example, they pass the engagement rate. You physically checked. I'm not saying that they don't have real people on their actual page, but their engagement rate, their audience is not engaged with what they're posting. Is 0.65%, which is lower than 1%. But let's just say, for example purposes, like I said, it was 3% or better, and then you came here and this checked out, and then this checked out. This would be an influencer that you could potentially work with. Okay, so here's an example of how to find or what to look for in a really good influencer. I'm actually going to look at mine real quick. My list of influencers. Google Spreadsheets is your best friend. See how long I've been going for. It doesn't show me. Okay, so for every niche that I go into, every product, unless I already have it, I make a whole new list of influencers. Start fresh. That's actually the wrong one. That's men's fashion one. Go back. So this is the one. Just pick a random page from here. Okay, I got one. Yeah, I got one or two. So when looking on Webstagram, say you click on a page that looks like an influencer and it ends up being this one. I think that's how you spell it. Dot. Boom. Boom. Ends up being this one, okay? This is one of the ones that I work with, or I'm getting ready to work with. 190K followers, almost 600 posts. They're averaging, this was posted 3 hours ago, they got 5,000 something likes, 277 comments in 3 hours. This is the type of stuff you're looking for. So they're asking the ladies on this, which pair of heels is best, do you like the best? 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, they have options 1 through 9. So if you look at the comments, they should be commenting the numbers, right? Common sense. All these people are commenting numbers. Like this guy, this X Nerd Lovato, probably a robot comment, but that's fine. You know, like I said, you're not going to get 100% comments that are real people because you double comment the exact same thing. So as you can see, most of these people, press the plus button right here. Most of these people are real people, you know, commenting about the picture. So that's always extremely good. And I always go, one rule that other rule you need to write down is I always check their last 6 posts. If they've all posted too closely together and you can't tell, go a little bit deeper than that. Until it's about a day old. I would say between 15 and 24 hours older or older. As you can see, these are all people commenting what number that they would pick for their heels. Go to the next post. 8,000 likes, 569 comments. So this is the same thing, that 1 or 2. So you look at the comments, and these, you know, they're saying 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. You know exactly. The comments like, wow, this is cool, really loving your content, things like that. They're all fake. But like I said, you're not gonna get 100% as long as it's mostly real people. You'll never get 100% real people because bots comment, auto comment all the time. Like this one says wow too. You can tell that that's her replying to the actual post. She tagged her friend. So you get the point. No matter how much they validate, I always go 10,000 comments, 500. You know, same thing with this. You're gonna keep doing that. And this is a process, but this is what you have to do if you want to find good influencers. You should be extremely picky about who you work with. Like I'm talking picky because you're the one that's putting your money into these influencers and in hopes for a return back. So I'm so picky that if, like I said, if they don't pass Social Blade, both parts of Social Blade that I showed you, flanks and the real comments, me looking to see if they have real comments, if they fail any of those three, I don't work with them. So a lot of people get frustrated because like these are all real comments. So you get the point. If I posted an influencer shout out advertising one of my products, my hot selling products on here, and I know it's mostly ladies and my product appeals to women, then I'm going to get a pretty good amount of engagement, pretty good amount of comments. I know that their audience is in tune with what they post. So that's step one. That checked out. Let's go to step two. Let's go to flanks and see if they have at least 3% engagement rate. So like stuff that is what you're looking for in terms of an influencer. That's actually an extremely good influencer, and I just kind of found her by chance. I was just kind of digging for like 3 or 4 hours. I found a couple decent ones, and then I stumbled upon her. Flanks, or sorry, fashion. Sorry, it's been a long day, and I usually stay up pretty late grinding. So fashions, boom, hit search. It'll pop up. Make sure it's the same page. 7.35% engagement rate. They're averaging 13,661 comments. Dope. Done. So that passed step 2. Exit out of that. And then we're going to go to Social Blade. One hot product in your store, a lot of people don't realize how powerful dropshipping is. One hot product in your store can in doing a couple shout outs can get you easily 10,000 in a day in sales. Easily. That depending on your profit margins, that might not be all profit, but it's still a lot more than a lot of people say that they can, they've made in one day at their jobs. So don't be slow. You were just fast. There you go. And by the way, this little grade here, C+, that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the 2 things that I showed you. So as you can see here, Sunday through Tuesday, consistent 1,000. Some of them, she had a couple of days. There was a couple of, 2,000, but it's mainly consistent 1,000 plus days. That's really great. They're averaging 56,000 a month in followers. Okay, so that all checks out. It's pretty consistent. And then the graph from 0 is gradual growth over time. No spikes in the graph, and they're actually uptrending right now. So they're on an uptrend right now. They're gaining a lot of followers really fast. They're getting a lot of traction. So I want to bet in the next couple of months this would be at like 250K. So I mean, you get the point. This is what you're looking for. This influencer to me has checked past all of the checks in terms of how to, whether they're going to be a valid influencer or not. Okay. So that's how you find Instagram influencers. Hop on the Webstagram, type in keywords. I would say for your niche, I would check out a lot of viral pages or meme pages. Because I think that would appeal to the audience that would buy those products that I showed you that are in your store. So that's one thing. Everything I told you to take notes on, make sure you write down so that you have it for future reference. You know what I mean? So you don't want to have to ask me questions if you don't want to. You know what I mean? If you don't need to. So if you can write it down, then kind of remember and refer back to the video. It's just better that way. I mean, if you have to ask me questions, you're absolutely just confused about something, that's fine. But I want you to learn how to do it yourself by doing it yourself. You know what I mean? So people learn by doing mostly. So that's that. Okay. So the second thing I'm going to show you in this video, and sorry for how lengthy this video is, but I just really want to get knock a couple things out at once. I know it's a lot. It's kind of like a college for like a millionaire. Think of this as like a college for like millionaires. Is how to spy in competition. So we are going to go to so I'm going to show you this after I type it in. So update your product descriptions, because product description sells. They sell. A lot of people don't think that they look at product descriptions, and a lot of people try to learn how to write their own when you can just kind of find a store that's already doing 10,000 a month that is selling the similar products to, and then in this you can get product ideas and steal their products. Remember, it's Shopify and AliExpress. They don't own any of these products. They are dropshipping them. So a little hack I'm going to show you real quick to spy in competition. You can steal their products and their product descriptions. And this is actually something from the course. So type in your product name, So your top selling product, so it'd be the wireless earbuds, and then basically whatever your product name is right here, wireless earbuds on the left, and then site.myshopify after it, just like that. Now hit go. Boom. Scroll in a little bit, and you can see the top drop shipping stores selling your stuff. Products similar to yours or similar to that. So I'm gonna check out the first one. Scroll down. Some of these might be advertisement, like actual ads. Zip Buds, let's see how well they're doing. Wireless earbuds and accessories section. You need to be selling your customers on why they need to buy your products. So those aren't the exact pair. So we're gonna try to find one with the Apple style earbuds. This store is actually really ugly, and I would never shop here. Sorry. Wireless headphones. These are 99% of these stores on that are ranked on the top page of Google are going to be. Let's try something else. Let's see, Bluetooth earbuds site.myshopify. Let's try to get more specific. Okay, let's scroll in. Let's see what they came up with. I actually don't know the technical name for those. Yeah, I think they're called like earbuds or something like that. So that's definitely not it. That just shows you that not very many people have hopped onto this trend yet, and it's trending hard right now. It's getting ready to uptrend, so you're hopping on at you've been on it for the perfect time. Let's see here. Come on. So I'm just letting you know the next video is going to be about product research and how to find hot trending products. Let's see. Type in wireless earbuds. I thought for sure I was going to be able to find something. That's actually that's not a Shopify store. I can tell. Let's see. Let's go. Let's try a wireless charger, so I can speed this up a bit. Wireless chargers. Here it is. Here's something having to do with a wireless charger. So that's our iPhone 6 bundle kit actually. You can literally copy and paste our product description. Would highly recommend in the product description you find a video, whether that be something you post on your from a YouTube video or whatever it may be. But let's see here. Stuff like this, you can literally go in and find and steal their product descriptions. I would never buy this because of the simple fact that they I like how they for the description did a really good job though. They showed you what it's compatible with. And right here at the beginning, so people don't, they don't waste their time. features and benefits, and then have a photo in between each one showing how it works. I would highly recommend just doing spacing it out and just doing a video right at the beginning. So compatibility right here, I mean, compatible with these things, and then features and benefits, and then a video right here where this kind of colorful phone is, and then the rest of the product description right here. Maybe space it out, but you can. This is probably a drop shipping store 9 times out of 10, and you can literally still. It probably looks like a general store to me because they have everything here, but you can literally steal product descriptions from your competitor. And you can also spy on your competitors if they're selling stuff that, if they're on the top page of Google, that means they're doing a very good job at SEO, and they know, they're probably getting a bunch of sales. So whatever products they're having in their store are trending. So that's just a hack that you can do to kind of spy on your competitors, steal product descriptions from your competitors, steal products from your competitors. Maybe you want to add or take away from your store. I honestly would probably, if I were you, keep those wireless earbuds in your store and the wireless charger in your store, and go from there. So I mean, that's a video on Instagram influencers. That's pretty much all it comes down to. And don't think that finding Instagram influencers is hard, but it's definitely not super easy. Finding legit ones at least, but it's worth it to actually take the time to actually qualify them the way I just showed you. And make sure you, like I said, make sure you're taking notes on these things, because a lot of my students, they watch these videos, or I'll be doing a live example and they'll just be listening the whole time. And like, you're not going to remember this stuff later. So you might as well just take notes now and maybe like write down like, this section is for Instagram influencers. These are the guidelines that they need to meet for Instagram influencers. And they need to have this many followers, this much engagement. They need to have consistent this many comments, etc. That way you kind of have that down in your notes, and you can, have that in your notepad. And as I'm making more videos, you can make, different sections for different topics. And sooner or later, you're going to have plenty of notes written down. You can start remembering some of this stuff by heart. And then at that point, my goal is to get you to a point where you just don't even need me anymore, and you're able to find the highest trending products. So the next video will be actually on product research. And on that video, I kind of want to do it on more like a live example for you. And yeah, I mean, I think it'd be better if I did a live example for product research. So that's the Instagram influencers in a nutshell. That was actually pretty in depth, showing you exactly what the requirements were and that they needed to meet. But the most important thing, honestly, is just the 3% engagement rate, and actually checking to see if physically they have the comments down there. So that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. See you on the next video. If you have any questions, you can message me.